Hi, it's Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and I'm back after my phone died, and I'm gonna try to finish this video, which is day 20 of hashtag Play Your Hand. And we're in the middle of making cards with file folders, tissue, napkins, and tabs. So while you were gone, I just distressed around the edge. So there's that one at this point. Figure out what we would like on it. Maybe this one would be nice with this big red tulip. Kind of like that. I know we lose the star, but it's okay. So we'll cut out the rest of this one. I should have done this during the video break. Didn't want you to miss anything though, so I didn't want to go ahead in any way. And I'll just have to upload these, which you will see, but it's 2 parts because I do not know how to edit. I'm lucky to do what I do. Maybe in the future I can figure that out, but not yet. So this will just have to be part A and part B. And so when one ends, just pick up the other one, which this is the second one. So if you didn't see the first half, you might want to go back and see the first half. Okay. Now let's go around the edge. I kind of like the brush in some ways around the edge of this. Maybe we'll try both of them. So there's the brush. And then this is a little Velcroed on sponge. A stiff one that's made by Ranger Inks, I believe, which is what the distress inks are. You can buy these to use, and you can have less handles, and then these come off. This is the bumpy part of the Velcro and the soft, and you can change them out and use the same handle, or you can have a different handle for each one if you want to do that, if that's what works for you. Or you can improvise and do something different. Okay. Do we want something else behind it? Or a little bit of ground down below? I did just get this stamp, or not stamp, punch the other day, just in a bag at the thrift store that I was getting otherwise. We have a bunch of these guys running around our yard right now. They're quite cute. I haven't seen them quite as playful as this group is. Give him a little darker nose. So maybe because we have at least 2 of them running around together, very playfully, in circles, chasing each other. So we could put some bunnies down here with the big flower. It's a cute little punch. I've had them out in my yard eating and, you know, hopping around and doing stuff. I had one digging in a pile of grass plant weed clippings that I put off. I'm not sure what it was looking for because it was all dried up, kind of yucky stuff, I would have thought. But he was digging in there and munching. But these 2, well, there's at least 3 of their, I guess I'd call them adolescents because they're not really babies at this moment. But they just run around chasing each other in circles all over the yard, and especially not too far from the window. So it's kind of fun to see them chasing each other. So these will be our bunnies that we have. Do we want something else to ground everything? It just doesn't go with any of that. And this is like what we're using. We have this piece. We could plant our tulips in and the bunnies could run on. I think we'll do that. I think they just need, wow, that's very tough because this is a piece of file folder. Oops, flip over. It does not want to flip over. Come on. We have had such rain and thunder today. It's just poured buckets. So any plants that were dry are certainly not dry now. And some that maybe would rather not have been as wet are wet anyway. I have a bunch of mystery squash, which I think we've figured out is spaghetti squash. They're under a nice canopy. They're having a little picnic camping adventure. So they're protected. They get the sun still and they get some of the rain. I have to check them periodically to make sure they're not drying out. But I think that if we had that much rain, I think they would mold. I think it would just be too hard on them. Let's try this dry glue stick anyway. Oh, actually that now, after being sitting for a little while, is working just normally. That's cool. Okay, we'll put our tulip on here. This is a mixture of colors, but it'll find its, sorry about the squeaky, it'll find its proper journal when the time is right. Helps if I take the lid off. Okay, this little guy. I could have them facing the center, but that's not how they are in the yard. They're running around in circles chasing each other, so I'm going to have them going the same way. There you go. That's my little guys from the yard. Just trim this little grounding edge that we put on. And then just give it a little something right there. So there we go. We have our little frisky bunny adolescents and our big flower. Now we have this yellow one here, and I was thinking of maybe using this. I also have this ink. I don't know if it's too pink. Let's see. I was going to try some bubble wrap. We'll try some over here. Well, okay, that's... I just dropped it upside down with the lid, but I happen to have a wet washcloth today. So put that on there. How does that look with this? Well, it kind of looks good. These bubbles seem like they're a little flat. I think they've seen a better day, but we'll try this part over here. I thought with this torn stuff it might be fun to put some other stuff on the background rather than just the yellow, plus it kind of distresses in a way that I just realized we had a pocket to put on here. We have a pocket to put on here. Instead of that big flower, although, where'd it go? Here it is. Maybe it could still go up here. And these background things look okay. We want this up here. Does that look okay? Color-wise, it does look nice. Maybe this, I think that color fits better. Guess I'm gonna be fussy cutting this one out. I think though that I want a little more background, but maybe instead of that color, we'll drop our thing a lot of times. We'll put on some brown. Like this. And I don't need to go all the way down now that we're doing a pocket, but we'll get down enough. Okay. So then we'll cut out this flower, which has a lot of delicate cuttings. This up here out of the way so you can see. Okay, now we go over here this way. And we still need to go on this side. Sorry about that noise in the background. I don't know if you can hear it though or not really, because I know when other people in their videos they apologize, I don't actually hear it. I think sometimes we hear things that our microphones don't necessarily pick up, but if you can, I apologize. Okay, cut this off. There, we'll go in this one. Go around this leaf. Petal, that to fall off, and we need to go in here. And this is very thin. Go around these points. Okay. Oops. Snip our way into this one and snip this off. And we still have this little white one here. Where is it attached? Here we go. Okay, and our little brushy thing. Get these stray white edges. A little bit of the background. The stark whiteness doesn't look as nice. If you can kind of blend it in, it's nicer, I think, anyway. Like I said, if you don't have distress inks or ink pads, or you don't like it, feel free to not use it. It's okay. That's the nice thing about junk journals is while there might be some suggestions, there aren't rules. It's junk after all. And it's your own personal book or one that you're making for other people. So it's your own creation. And nobody should tell you how to do your art or your journaling. It's up to you what you choose to do. Okay, so let's put this pocket on so we know where it is. Sometimes we cut a little thumb notch in it, but to know there's a pocket, but I think you'll be able to tell there's a pocket, and I don't really want to put a thumb notch in where the bird's head is, which happens to be in the center. So line this up, we'll round the corners later. So put on the pocket, give it a little pinch towards the middle so there's a little more room in the pocket. Let that dry. Glue our flower. If we can, without tearing it. That's why the art glitter glue is kind of nice in this area. There we go. All right, so have it coming up a little bit over this way, up a bit here. Put it down. I'll take this end and we'll tuck it in. Get it to lay down and press it down. It's down in the pocket. And now if we're not completely glued down here, we'll just come back with the art glitter glue. Well, we're not very glued down at all, are we? I think this flower looks nice with these berries. And it goes nice with the stamping in the back. Excuse me. Our stamp color was aged mahogany. I don't know if it's the surface of this napkin and the glue and the paint, but this isn't sticking down very well. See, I can just peel it back up. For some reason, the glue stick is not working well, so it doesn't bode well for the part in the pocket. Hopefully it's stuck down. Okay, so we have a flower growing out of our pocket, and we have this pocket with our bird, and here we can put another journal card on our journal card, and this is a really big journal card. And once again, I would put like a word or a label or something to finish it off. Although it's pretty the way it is, it just gives it that extra layer and pulls it together. And maybe even put something down here too. And then when you choose your journal card to put in, see, we'll go with a medium. We're kind of crooked here. Put our hat on straight. When you choose your other journal card to go in your pocket, you can make something or choose something that goes with the bird, the flowers, the colors, your journal. This would have been good to have this done on the edge here. You can kind of get it on there. I really apologize for not plugging my phone in when I knew that it didn't have a lot of battery power. I know I was just talking and then all of a sudden it said, "Boop, done, I'm gone." But we weren't done. And you weren't gone. Well, I guess you were, but I wasn't. Okay, this is a very busy one with a tab at the top. This has its own built-in tab also. Although we could put, you know, a tab on it. What would we like to put on this one? It's kind of too matching. I don't think we've used any butterflies, have we? Maybe we'd like a big old black swan, or with the black and white there, how about a big old black crow? They like to go around and collect things. We have this big butterfly, but he has a lot of orange, and we don't have orange. This duck. We have this woodpecker. Kind of like the crow, he would be out collecting things. You might like that tie-dyed stuff. He stands out enough. We have this cute little girl, but she just doesn't go with the tie-dye, does she? Let's see. A rooster, a parrot, an owl. We have this bird. I think I just like him. So let's throw these ones we didn't use back in here for another day. I gotta keep fussy cutting so we can get some more in there. Okay, that's the pin for my glue bottle. Trim off this excess white that's still on here. If I can get this off of here. Little fussy cut scissors would really come in handy for a little space like this. One day I'll have my craft supplies mostly in one spot. Painting stuff probably somewhere else, and sewing stuff probably somewhere else. So there'll be some overlap. At least I'll have the majority of my stuff in here. A little bit of sewing and a little bit of painting, and then we can get at what we need when we need it. This little piece there. Is he gonna stand out enough on here? I know he's standing on something, but it seems like he needs something more to stand on. Color-wise, it doesn't go exactly, but we could put this zigzag in there. Rick-rack. Stand on that. Doesn't exactly go color-wise, but I don't know if I have anything that goes color-wise. That's different. This, that just blends too much. Do I have any washi tape around that would work? Like that. Some little cutouts. You could maybe ride a bicycle. That would be kind of funny, actually. Music stamp. These washi tapes, ones that are handy. You know, his feet are just spaced enough that they would fit on the bicycle. I kind of don't like this leaf here anyway, or log branch, whatever it is. Hope we don't do any amputations while we're cutting. Down his scraps there. I know the bike is smaller and going the other way, but it's kind of funny with the tie-dye, and just kind of looks like the certain era of art. This bike and a huge crow and some tie-dyed kind of things and some black and white graphic things. I'm just fussy cutting over here, by the way. Sorry, I'm sitting back. I guess I could show you. You want to move your thing that you're cutting, in, as opposed to your scissors. Sometimes it's good to take little chunks out of something like this, like cut to the corner, and then get in here and cut this off, and come back, cut that in, and then cut this angle, and then go back and cut this angle. I wonder if I can just get away with leaving the bike part in the middle. I think I would like to. Since the background is distress, let's distress all of this and make it kind of similar. So let's see. Yeah, see, I think we can stand the crow on the bike. Get his beak in there. Maybe while he's sitting there, we should put on the bike. Glues just want to fall over. It's too bad the bike isn't going the other way, but still, this is kind of funny. So This kind of looks like a tire here. We'll put our crow on. It has a tab up above, but we could have a double tab if we wanted to. If it's not too tall. Okay, put him on the seat and the handlebars. Like that. Except that angle him a little bit to get his beak on here. There we go. I think this is pretty much all on. I don't think there's much of anything to trim. And I think that the art glitter glue is a good choice because it sticks to this napkin and tissue better. Now this is the same as him. If we need to, we can cut the bottom off and re-round the corners if this turns out to be too tall. Maybe this is a sideways belly band and it won't matter even if this sticks out beyond the top of our page. And this blue looks nice with our crow. It's a blue black. There we go. Okay, glue lid, glue pin, extra pieces, lid on our stamp pad so it doesn't dry out. And let's look and see what it is that we made for hashtag Play Your Hand, day 20, 5 journal cards using file folders, napkins, tissue, and napkins or tissue and tabs. So I'm going to turn them this way so they fit in there. So here's our nice big one with the crow riding on the bicycle. We have this nice big one with the bird pocket and the flower. Making lots of big ones today. We have this one with the 2 bunnies running around in the yard and the big tulip and some distress under our tissue and a tab over here, a whale tail tab. This one has a wallpaper whale tail tab with some tissue and a parrot. And this one has a wallpaper tab also. It has a punched lacy edge with some mushrooms, and this is a napkin. And this is dry now, our tissue for the one we did with the colored on this side and then on that side. And we have this on here. So those will be made into some other ones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very big cards. Hardly can get them in here for day 20. Hashtag Play Your Hand journal cards, day 20 of August 2024. This is Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and I really apologize for the dead phone and 2 parts to our videos today. See you next time for day 21.